Hi, hello, welcome back to Stone and Grace. If you're new here, my name is Bristol, and I'm so glad that you're going to spend the day with us today. I'm in my car. We are headed to Wilmington, North Carolina. My son has a doctor's appointment, and we're going to stop in a few of the shops that are around there that I go to. I don't have very long because I've got to be back home in a decent time, but I want to share with you just a few of the places that we will stop in and visit, and I'll tell you all about them as we go. So grab your coffee, friends, and let's go thrifting. Our first stop was at the Salvation Army thrift store. I always stop in here, but I hardly ever buy anything, and I don't know why I keep going. I think one day I hope for something, but the prices in here are just a little out of my budget and price range. Sure, if you're a collector, you're coming here for your own personal home, it might be worth it. But just like that silver piece in the beginning, I've been looking for silver pieces to add in with my ironstone restaurant wear that has got the red and green stripes. And if I remember correctly, it was like $29.99, and this Tupperware was almost $10 with the warped lid. So they look up their prices on eBay, unfortunately, or Google Lens, and they price according to that. Now, right across the street is HomeSense from Salvation Army, and I have never been in a store like HomeSense. I know it is essentially like a super TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls type thing, and it's all home decor, but this was new to me. Of course, Wilmington is a bit of a drive for me, so anything local in my town, we don't have anything like this, but I did want to check out their Easter stuff because it was clearance. They had some cabbage plate dishes that I wish I could have got, but they were all broke. A lot of the pieces here were broke, or what I picked up didn't have a price tag on it, but all I walked out of here with was two wooden bunnies. They kind of were on like a stand. You'll see them later on in the video, but it was neat to walk around. I had never been in here before. Our last stop was in Leland at the Hope Chest thrift store. This is in the same shopping center that's behind McDonald's and where Piggly Wiggly and stuff is at. So I usually come in here and I can leave out with some decent items. Now, their prices have gotten a little bit crazy. I collect coffee grinders. I am a coffee addict. But $40 a piece, and you see there that the button or the knob was broke off the drawer. I just couldn't justify it. Now, I did pick up this rooster trivet. It's hanging on my wall, and I've added this buffalo china creamer to my personal collection, and these were some restaurant wear ironstone berry bowls. And this little piggy here, he was a chef. Not sure if he was a utensil holder, a planner. He was cute, but again, at $40, I just can't justify that price, especially to have to resell it. I did pick up that antique desk and chair. It is here in my den. It's kind of like the first living room that you walk into when you walk into my side door. This is just a family room that we have or are continuing to make over. We have painted the walls. My husband built a wall. That is where the hutch is that you're fixing to see, because this was an open concept. Our whole house was just one big open space because I live in a double wide trailer, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love our home, but you know, sometimes you need that space to make it feel cozy. So he built this wall for me, and I have just recently started adding in silver plated silver pieces or sterling silver pieces into my display here of ironstone with the red and the green and my collection of vintage Bibles. I just love this so much, and I think the silverware or the silver just makes it pop really well. Don't mind what's going on with the wall over here. We hung up some party decorations and my husband went to pull it down and it kind of just ripped the paint off the wallpaper off that strip there. But anywho, we're working on trying to we still have a lot of work to do in the living room or in the family room there. And we're working on putting up this beadboard paneling along this wall as well. But anywho, this is my cabinet. This is a lot of where my butter pats and ironstone and butter related items are over there, and I will share that with you soon, I promise. That is the high chair that we got from the estate sale in Fayetteville. It is for my daughter. She got upset whenever I sold the yellow one that I've thrifted in the mountains. I picked up this beautiful tablecloth from Goodwill a few years ago, and I know Easter is over with. I'm getting ready to take down my spring decor, but I didn't get to do a home tour or anything beforehand, so I just wanted to share that with you now. I know a lot of you have already transitioned from spring to your Americana for May through Labor Day and for our nation's 250th birthday, but I still wanted to share with you because some people still have decorated for spring, and I just wanted to share how I have decorated for spring with you all. Now there is a mirror sitting over there. I am contemplating putting that mirror up. I'll try not to go too fast, but over here above my box fireplace. This is my little nod to Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie is one of my favorite all-time shows, and that is just my little nod to them because I always really liked how they ate their dinner around the fireplace in the show. So here's just my little spring mantle. I try to decorate this differently. There is the little fairy lamp that Becky found on our latest thrifting adventure. I probably will not keep it. It will be going in the booth, but I just wanted to display it for a little while. I got these cute little postcards in the flower frog, this little spice rack. Here is how I display, I think I mentioned it before, but I forgot to take a picture. Here's how I display my rolling pins and my crock. And if you all remember, I did a short on a thrifted and styled, and this is my little bud vase that I did, that I propagated my pothos in, and it is doing so well over here. And I need to get a picture to go in my little bunny picture frame, but I just haven't done it yet. This is more of my sentimental display cabinet here. Let me see if I can open it up for you all. This is more of the dishes that mean a lot to me and my husband. These dishes right here, they actually came from his grandparents' house on his dad's side. I wish that I was doing YouTube at that point, but I was not. But we actually went through the home and was able to pick out pieces that we liked. A lot of jadeite come from there. Now, a lot of jadeite my mother has given me, but let's see. Like this ashtray came from over there along with that cup, and that vase came from the home. So, and those dishes, I just adore those dishes. And this little nutcracker was my grandmother's, and I wanted it. I use it, but I display it as well, but it did not have the lid. So while we were thrifting, I found the yellow one, and I don't use that one, but I just took the lid off the yellow one and put on the orange one. So maybe I'll find the lid for the yellow one while we're thrifting, who knows. But my grandmother's name was Alpha, but everybody called her Alfie. So that Alpha Bakery cookbook back there, and my aunt gave it to me, and I just display it because my grandma is the one that really taught me how to cook, and I was always in the garden with her, and it's just very special to me. And these set of Corelle dishes are my first dishes that I actually decided to collect and display. And that little cookbook back there, that is one that my grandmother has written recipes in there for me, and I just have it displayed. It kind of matches the checks on the Alpha Bakery one that my aunt gave me. And then I am on the hunt for the other little hen to match the set. I have the pepper one, but I need the salt. And my grandmother used to have some that looked just like these that she toted around whenever she was little. So I just need the set. And to swing you around, here is my kitchen. It is very quaint. It is small, but it does the job. It's very open concept. So there's my living room over there. So let's move into the kitchen, and I'll highlight a few places. So being very raw and transparent, I've got dishes in the sink. I'm cleaning while I'm home with my son from him recovering from his surgery. But I forgot to mention that over here, even though this is my spring decor, I will probably leave the jadeite, but I have strawberry dishes that I like to display in the summer, as well as like some vegetable dishes, so like tomatoes and farm garden related things that I will put in my kitchen, because I will do that. I do roosters in my kitchen from the summer to fall. But here's just my kitchen island. I love these pottery bowls, the crockware. I love those, the yellow and the blue. And of course, I have told y'all that we love vintage kitchenware. And here's our collection of our little vintage kitchenware that we have. And I don't really, this is about as spring to summer as I get. Now I do more on my refrigerator the closer that it gets to summer. But my husband actually hung this ladder for me, and I just hang unique baskets on it that I find. I really like it. I have a collection up there above my refrigerator of vintage Betty Crocker cookbooks. Don't mind the stove over there. I've got some grease and a cast iron and a flat top griddle that we use for breakfast that I need to clean. But here's just my little coffee area. It's nothing fancy, but we enjoy it and love it. And I change these out quite often. Now that canister set, I just cleaned it up to go to the booth. It was a set that I found thrifting with Becky and my mom when we went for my mom's birthday little thrift trip. I've got some more rolling pins that are just different colors in a crock over here. So my girls are producing. We've got farm fresh eggs. I love farm fresh eggs. I love my chickens. This is a bread box. I actually found it in the mountains. I'm not sure if it could possibly be one of the viral ones that has like bread written under it. It's painted inside and out. So this is just salt and pepper that I leave here for my husband whenever he cooks of a morning. It's just more convenient for him to do breakfast that way. I've got some crystal here that holds some of our fruit. Like I said, it's just a combination of everything, honestly. I don't really have a go-to. It's just a really pretty platter that I like. I keep my dishwasher pods in that little crystal sugar dish. My McCoy planters, I've got some aloe propagating in them. I really love my pothos plants. And along with these little cute little ducks, I just love them. I have my ring dish holder here. and this is usually where I put my rings. I just got out of the shower, so my rings are still in the bathroom. But whenever I'm washing dishes, this is where I put them. This is a vinegar bottle. It's vintage. It's old. I put my dish detergent in there, and I usually just leave this out to water my plants around the home. So again, nothing fancy, but we love it. Oh, and I got this tater and onion box at an estate sale. I wish I could have got my grandmother's, but it didn't work out that way. So we're going to move on to the living room now. This is where I have all my blue and white. I'm fixing to redo this little TV cabinet hutch over here. I'm just not quite sure that I am in love with how it is styled, because a lot of the pieces you can't see, but over there, that black stick looking thing, it is a tripod for a speaker. And we took it to my in-laws for Easter during the egg hunt, and we just haven't brought it back. But this is, I have all my blue and white. I've threw in some yellow for spring in here. Let's see if I can turn you around. That cross-stitch piece over there I found at Goodwill, and it was in Wilmington, I believe it was, at the Mayfair location. And I just, now that I've had a lot of people ask me in my videos that I post about the booth that I have a white hutch, and everybody wants to know if it's for sale. And ideally, if I ever find another piece to fit in that space, it will come here, because this cabinet will be moved in my dining area where the white hutch is, so I'm able to put more of my ironstone and butter pats and crockware and stuff like that on it. So I always say it is not for sale. But I just have a few pieces. I don't really have a lot. Like I said, every room in my home is just kind of decorated differently. It is special to us. I love it, but you know, some people might not like it. But I have a variety of collection that goes on here. It's just whatever makes me happy and gives me joy. I'll try to come a little bit closer so you can see the different cubbies that have been curated. Now, a lot of things it's everyday use, so they're not going to look 100% top notch, but I love finding new pieces to add to my collection. A lot of the milk glass my mom gave me, but whenever we went to my husband's family's farm and we were able to go through the home to pick out what we wanted, I got a lot of the milk glass pieces from there to add to our collection. And I believe I have told y'all before, but in the summertime, I put stuff up in the freezer. We have a garden. Whatever we don't grow, I do buy, and I end up putting up. But here is my pantry, my little pie safe. I am getting low on quite a few items. My green beans and potatoes, I'm down to 2 jars. I'm down to 2 jars of spaghetti sauce. I have 4 jars of salsa left, 2 jars of peaches left, but we still have plenty of pickles. We have plenty of pickles. We have plenty of peach jam, strawberry jam, and blueberry jam. This piece right here is a candy dish. It was like one, my husband wanted it, and it looked just like the one that his mom had whenever he was growing up. And this clock we actually got from over there at the farm with his family. But we found this candy dish in Asheville, and unfortunately we were planning to pick it up, but ended up not being able to, just because our daughter got sick and we were leaving on the way home from our family vacation back in October. But I found the woman's listing also on eBay, and I know that the shelves look dusty, but I promise I did dust them. They're just that wood, you know. Anyway, I found her listing on eBay, and she shipped it to me, so we were all so very, very grateful. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate you all so much for sticking around and thrifting with me and for joining in on my little small home tour. I know it wasn't anything grand, but like I've said before, I'm still collecting to curate my home. And I just want to say that I could not be here without each and every one of you. I appreciate every like, every share, every comment, every reaction, anything that you do. I appreciate it all so much. I know there's some people that have asked about the hype feature, and unfortunately I'm not in the creator rewards program, so I cannot offer that, but it means the world to me that you want to do that for me. Maybe one day I will get there, but YouTube has a lot of requirements to be able to meet that. So until then, I just appreciate you all so very much. And without Becky at my little vintage home, and Michelle at Uniquely Vintage You, as well as Joanna at the Curated home, they have all mentioned me on their channels and shared their little community with me. And you all have been so incredibly sweet and kind. And I am just forever grateful for each and every one of you and for all that you have done. It means the world to me. And until next time, friends, happy thrifting.